Hello everyone, welcome back to what I hope is going to be the final episode for this series. If you recall from last time, I am still in the industrial era as the Siamese, but I am ready to go for an era up. I am currently at war with the blue player, who I have recently taken the fame lead from, and I'm hoping to knock them out of a war and take some of their land so that I can get my Expansionist Stars, and hopefully some Agrarian Stars as well if I take some of their cities. Additionally, I'm not that many turns away from getting an aesthete and a merchant star, so I am going to delay a little bit longer. And I'm not really in danger of anyone stealing the cultures that I want. Maybe the Zulu, but I can deal with it. There are plenty of viable cultures at the end of the game. Why are you moving that way? That was weird. Okay, so next, let's head over towards Athens. We just finished rolling over San Lorenzo at the end of last episode. With the amount of artillery I have at the moment, none of these armies are going to be a real threat. And what are we building? Let's see. I have a lot of money in this area. Let's get some of this basic money infrastructure in here, and then we can go back to some more market quarters. Okay. Just want to keep that income rolling in so that I have enough to ensure that I can upgrade units and all that good stuff in the next era, and, reach my money stars. I just will grab a lumberyard in here. Playhouse as well, little extra influence, just to make sure I can keep getting my aesthete stars. And then continue with the research quarter spam. Okay. Actually, I think I have one more city. Yeah, this city is in builder mode, and that's almost wrapping up with that production as well. So let's get some more markets. Whoops. Markets. Market. And markets. And market. Look at this little train line. It's so cool. Chugga, 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 chugga. Okay, but we're going to drop the market quarter on it. So not going to be quite as pretty. Alright. And next turn we should be able to take Athens here. Going to be a long end turn for some reason. There we go. Just finished the last tech of the industrial. So every turn I spend here now, I am wasting a turn of tech. But I think it's worth it. They are the French, so they do have these cuirassiers now, which are very dangerous cavalry units when you can actually use them. But at this point of the game, so much of the terrain is covered in fortifications because of districts that it becomes very hard to actually use cavalry units. So I can just camp out inside my city and not have to worry about them. So let's go for an attack on Athens here. And just like in my other situations, the plan is to just pummel them with artillery until they all die. I could let them reinforce. I don't think I really want to do that. I'd rather just kill everything on this turn. Let's see. He can't get down there. Let's move here and shoot. Nothing really going on here. Nothing special. If need be, I can always block these tiles. Okay, so there's still a saboteur somewhere. Probably on the flag. But I don't see him. Right, well, I'm just going to use this artillery to block this reinforcement point. Move these other guys down. They're going to bring in some ships, so I'm going to have to deal with that. Ships can get kind of annoying. They do a fair bit of damage. Particularly with the minimum amount of damage ships can do. I'm going to open little soda here, so please ignore that sound. I'm also going to have to take a break because I am making lunch at the moment, so I'll hop off and put a cut in here somewhere. Alright. Let's just grab that flag. I don't really want to deal with all these ships. Okay, all these ones that are out of range of the man of war can shoot the Carrack. And these ones can shoot the man of war. Okay. The torpedo boat can't actually damage me. It's not a super high priority, but it's the thing I could shoot on this turn, so... Alright. Let's go deal with these ships. Let's bring some more line infantry up. Alright. That's fine. I'll win because I'm holding the flag. I have no idea where their saboteur is. It's in some random location somewhere. I guess it died somehow. Okay, I need to move this artillery because it is liable to die next turn from blocking these reinforcements. So I'll just pop a unit on there real quick. But I can probably clean this up this turn. There we go. Okay, Athens is mine, destroyed their navy, all that good stuff. And their war support is going to tank very quickly with the number of cities I have occupied. Let's see. Let's get some defensive units in here in case I need them. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade one of these to a Gatling Elephant. Actually, let's do two. I mean, having the indirect fire here is nice, but at this point, the Donvigaja is very outdated. Okay. Some weird railway weirdness going on there, but they get where they need to go, so. Okay. So next is Sus, and I was just going to use these armies here to deal with this particular city. I do not have any artillery, but they only have draftees, so really not a big deal here. Oops. There we go. Doesn't really matter too much where I'm deploying all this stuff. I should mop this up very easily. Okay. And just move him out of the way. Just blow him up. And take that drafty out with my Donvigaja. Yeah. Nothing like a nice, easy battle to remind you of how far you've come in this game. Because I can tell you that not all my battles have been this easy. So I have a line infantry I haven't used. He's way up here. Yeah, there's nowhere I can go where I can get a shot on that guy, so. It's fine. And here come the suicide squads. Okay, and there's Sus. They have oil, actually, so I want this territory. Like, I want all this stuff in the war deal. That oil is priority, because for some of the projects you get at the end of the game, you need 3 oil. Come here, you. Okay, I was gonna say, they'd be crazy if they accepted that battle. What would they be thinking? But I can do this now. Yes, this is like all artillery, but this artillery should just absolutely destroy these guys. And let's go for that line infantry right there. This howitzer is really not going to do much in terms of damage, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay, let's, wow, just blow up those line infantry. Okay. How much combat strength? I have 63 combat strength on this guy, which is not too bad. Now that I've captured the Lighthouse here, so that's was a pretty big swing in terms of combat strength, because they're losing 1 combat strength that they had, and I'm gaining 1 combat strength that I didn't, so it's a +2 swing, effectively. Because the Lighthouse is still bugged and provides combat strength to units that are land units, and not just naval units. Okay, still need more stuff in here. Still don't want any pollution effects. We'll grab this so that I get a reduction in industry cost on any units. And I've mostly filled out all the science that I want. So we can concentrate on getting some more production in here for when I inevitably turn builder mode off at the start of the next era. Get some of that core infrastructure for producing military units, because I will probably use this for that at some point. And then I have some more research quarter spots up here. How many turns do I need on this? Just like 1 more, I think. Okay, random group of rebels running around. Let's see. Yeah, their support will tank after next turn. So just have to make sure they don't walk into any of these cities and capture them before I finish the war here. So I'll move these guys up. I don't think they can get to this city on their next turn, because they are able to just walk into cities that you occupy. So I want San Lorenzo so I can take the Taj Mahal. And I want Sus specifically for that oil. Okay, what else am I building? Could get palisades just in case, but the likelihood I have to defend the city is extremely low. Could get these nature reserves, and that does reduce pollution a little bit. Go ahead and build them. It's a lot of science quarters in here, look at that. That's some AI level of science quarters. And I'm about to get an AI level of maker's quarters too. Wow, this terrain is absolutely covered in districts. Okay, what do we have here? Money. So let's make more money. There we go. And last city here. I haven't really focused on anything in this city other than getting more industry. I don't think I really need to. I will want an aerodrome at some point. I'm gonna put it like right. Let's put it like right up here. So I'll want to be able to produce some air units at some point. If I want to continue to expand, they can be very helpful in doing that. Particularly if the AI is mostly keeping up in tech, which, you know, this blue player has, at least up to this point. They're a little bit behind, but... Alright. War resolution. So, this city up here, Sus. I want Sus, and I want... I can't take Hellcrast without taking these other ones. And I also want San Lorenzo. That doesn't really leave me much in terms of war score for other things, but I am pretty much just totally crippling them here. I do end up in this awkward situation, right, where my city is very isolated. They might attack these elephants. Just because I'm wandering around in their territory. Okay. So we're going to keep these guys on the front over here for when I inevitably go on the offensive again. Going to move these guys back over here to have an army stationed in this area. What is this? Okay. They do have high grounds, which is kind of a pain. But I don't want to deploy on the river. They have high ground advantage here no matter what. Wow, I can bring infantry in there. Okay. Let's see if I can get a shot on anyone here. I can. And where else are my reinforcements going in from? Because that's all artillery. No. That's not particularly useful. Maybe this Gatling elephant can get somewhere? That it can shoot someone? No, because of the river. Alright, so just gotta work with what I have here. Which is apparently more than enough. Let's bring this artillery in. Can I kill either of these? No, not really. There we go. Okay, easy cleanup. Alright, now that that's dealt with. I'm leaving this guy here in case they attack this army as I'm making my way back to my territory. Let's see. Alright, so going up there, you're also going up here. Yeah, I'd prefer to keep those guys concentrated. I'll move these elephants / line infantry over here for defensive purposes. We'll just upgrade all those guys now. And the rest of them can kind of stay near the front. I want a high concentration of units near San Lorenzo. I can use San Lorenzo to kind of break out and decimate them again in the next war. So I run out of food. Which is probably fine, because I don't have a ton of slots to fill. I could use some more industry in here, though. Okay. And San Lorenzo. I can work on the Taj Mahal if I want. I have, like, no food in the city. I have no idea how they were sustaining this much population. At some point, I probably attach other territories to this. What kind of quarters do they have? Just a random amalgamation of nonsense. They also have the Hanging Gardens there, so I'm getting another deposit. They have a lot of wonders in this city. Once the Taj Mahal is done, it'll be 3. Let's get the High Furnace first. Mykeene. I could use more food in here, honestly. I'm going to pick up a fishery. And extra 32 food would be great. And then you can help on the Taj Mahal. And you can help on the Taj Mahal since you're in builder mode. Overproductive. No. Go for treats. Just because at this point in the game, the bonuses those events provide, you know, they're not that substantial. It's mostly just for moving you around on the various axes. Alright. Would like to wipe this player out as well at some point. I should probably consider doing that in the very near future. in the meantime, we do need more food in here. Let's get that plus 10% food. Let's get an agriculture quarter over there. And what can you build in the meantime while I'm waiting for stuff? You have a decent number of research quarters. To the Academy of Arts, because I do want more influence, and then we can just work on the science infrastructure. Okay. I don't think the Expansionist Stars updated after I won the war here. So what you can do when that doesn't happen is when you attach or detach a territory, it should update. Do I have an unattached territory somewhere? No. So this is kind of a pain. So if I detach this, I get my Expansionist Stars, right? It's just, it doesn't update properly, so sometimes you have to do that in order to get it to update. Okay, got a ton of grievances here. Gonna start demanding all of them. Yes, you are. All of these are my people, and you are oppressing all of them. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're letting my elephants get out of here. Oh, I finished the Taj Mahal, I think. So, that's the power of collective minds. Ooh. My stability has tanked. What happened here? Well, let's get stability stuff. Drop a commons quarter in there. That happened on my other cities? No. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where my stability went there. Anyway, let's continue just holding on there. And Mikeen, let's get you a little bit more of this infrastructure. Still want more money. And we're going to click up this turn. So there are a few good options. I could go for the Australians, and I would build pretty much everything in a heartbeat. And I haven't played the Australians yet. Could play the Brazilians. I'm not impressed with the Brazilians, to be honest. Food this late in the game, it's not great. Obviously, I could pick the scientists, but I feel like I have enough science already. So I'm really leaning towards the Chinese or the Australians this game. I do think that extra money would be nice, because I'm not going to struggle at all producing things. I have so much production. I think I'd go for the Chinese, and that'll help me get my merchant stars. Yeah, let's do it. Let's play the Chinese. Here we go. That'll also give me I think that's an upgrade for my siege artillery, if I'm not mistaken. Which I believe is the only culture that actually gets that. Okay, so you have some wonders. I'm going to go for the Sydney Opera House, because it gives a bonus to science. And here we go. Straight down the bottom part of the tree, Diffusion Reactor. And let's get some People's Congress here. Or I think they renamed it. Yeah, it's just the Congress now. Which is fine, I suppose. The Congress does provide quite a bit of money, because I think it gives extra money on your market quarters, and then it provides more money based on the number of attached territories. I don't want to replace my market quarters, that's kind of a waste. Okay, right there is good. Okay, we'll think about declaring war on Orange here. Can come up this way. Orange is in the industrial, but I think in terms of tech, they're not even close. Just gonna retreat from that. And hopefully they wander back into my territory. Okay, everything's good. Everything's fine. Okay, so this sudden advent of stability issues is throwing me off. I can go for that +10 stability on garrisons, but I have invested a fair bit in commons quarters already, so let's utilize those. Right there looks good too. Then we can probably start on Sydney here. And that'll give us some extra stability on all of our cities, as well as increasing some of our outputs. And over here, we're going to help with Sydney. Oh, my stability has also tanked here. So I think what probably was happening was that I was getting a ton of stability from being builders. And I've talked about this, that it's really easy to overdo districts when you're a builder, because you're getting that constant stability buff. Just buy that. But I should bring it back. It is not that much of an issue. Okay. Just buy that commons quarter, start working on Sydney. And after I get uranium enrichment, I'll have access to uranium, obviously. And then I want to grab aerial warfare for aluminum after I get all the way down to fusion reactor. So fusion reactor reduces local pollution and increases your industry by 50%. So I'm going to end this turn and put some stuff on for lunch, and we'll be back after I cut that. Okay, so San Lorenzo, still recovering stability. Kind of built out as much as it can be, so I'm going to have it help with Sydney Opera House. Yeah, science investing's fine. Moves me along and gives me plus 10% science. Go for some People's Congress in here. I keep calling him People's Congress because that was the original name. It is now just the Congress. Let's see. Do need a few people on food, which means I should probably build an agriculture quarter. Alright. That looks good, and I'm going to end the turn there, and we'll be back at the start of the next turn as I figure out my lunch. Alright, so lunch is cooking. Got about 12 minutes, so I'm going to record in the meantime. And let's see what we have going here. Yeah, let's just get as much money as possible. I get a ton of money from these things. It's a little misleading. But part of this is because I have so many buffs to market quarters, right? So I have some from my religion, I have some from gemstones, I have some from coal generators. So this thing just generates a ton of base money. There you go. There's uranium enrichment, which means that I can build these uranium extractors. And we want one here as well. Looks like I'll have all of every strategic that I need in order to build stuff. Let that Congress finish first. And do I have any? Yeah. Just go ahead and demand those. Should be pretty easy to mop that guy up. This is a big old mega city right here. Would also be nice to have a couple units supporting that, to be completely honest. If I could get some more artillery. Yeah. Artillery is just so important. Okay, People's Congress. I am running a bit low on stability here now. It's honestly pretty rare that I run out of stability at this point in the game. But the builder mode can really take its toll on your stability. We'll go right here. That'll get surrounded eventually. The commons quarters, of course, will also help with influence generation. There's another uranium mine I can build here that I missed. Okay, so fusion reactor is next. And I'm going to move people off of science onto, or off of industry onto science. I'm going to put everyone there. 6,000 science in Babylon. Okay. What are their units? Oh yeah, okay. Well, it is wartime. They're sallying? Okay. Well, just put my units on the front here. Where is the rest of my infantry? There we are. Just in case they go around the back way, we'll put a couple infantry over there. And all this artillery is behind the front line. Alright, end deployment. We'll see how many units they suicide into me. It is possible I lose a couple units just because of minimum damage calculations. I really would have preferred to be the one assaulting, because then it makes it very unlikely I'll lose anything. But it seems like I might be okay, because these Maharas can't attack over the walls. So it's hard to distinguish, but this side is their city, and this side is my city. Alright. So all these, like, frontline units here I can take out using my line infantry. Let's move this guy back. Bring a solid, fresh unit forward. Didn't show me an attack preview. I don't do a ton of damage there. Surprised at how tanky those units are, actually. Go ahead and take out the draftees, because they can actually attack over walls. And then down here as well. Not going to bother bringing reinforcements in. I really don't need it. Yeah, and the rest of this is just dinky medieval cavalry. I mean, camels are still cavalry, right? I mean, they're camels. You typically think of horses as cavalry. I guess if you think about as Hank, you can consider it armored cavalry. It used to be considered that way for a long time. I wouldn't say a long time. Long time relative to you know, the perspective of sort of modern warfare. Oops. And I think those were the last two units, yeah. He'll attack me and die. There we go. And the other unit might have enough movement to get to me. We'll see. Not quite. Alright, well, time to blast him with artillery. There we go. Alright, so there's Byblos. And I know I wanted to wait for artillery here, but I think I should be good to attack this. It's just going to be the draftees again. You have a halberd. Not that it really makes a difference. That's fine. Okay, I guess we're going to run them all into my Gatling elephant. Welcome to modern warfare, where my Gatling guns cut down everything. Alright, well, that was easy. I think those are... Oh, they have a city down here, it seems. Hey, Blue. Oh, they have low war support. I might be going to war with them just to knock these guys out, because I need to secure that city. Because I did go to war with fairly low war support here. No, I don't want to replace the train. Actually do have use for that. It's fine. Okay. Nuclear weapons. Yes, nuclear proliferation. And then Babylon. once you're done with that stuff, let's remove Sydney Opera House. You are my primary constructor. Might have to wait till next turn, which is fine. Ah, here we are. Oh, I don't have any uranium up yet, that's why. But Babylon will be my primary constructor for these tests. There's a good location. Right in there. I'm not going to be building anything in there. And next on the docket, we are going to be attacking blue once again. I will not relent. No, I don't want that. And I should actually... I don't have enough. There's one that gives you, like, plus 20 or plus 25 relations when you declare war. I do not have a civic that does that. But I do not have enough influence to enact that at this point in time. The presence of this guy right here is not really bothering me. He is a subject, somehow. Okay. Chinese completing the world's first nuclear test. Nothing to see here. Got one more turn on fusion reactor. I don't have any aluminum for that fusion test yet, so what I'm going to do instead is work on my nuclear plants. Oh, hell no. I do not want that civic. I want my influence on my academies, thank you very much. Okay, so we'll give it one turn and we'll declare war on blue. I mean, I could do it now. I don't really see a reason not to do it now. So let's go. Going full-on expansionist as the Chinese. Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to destroy everything with artillery anyway. Bam. Imagine if I had taken the Ottomans. These would be doing so much damage. I'm glad I didn't take the Ottomans. I took the Joseon, who are actually pretty important for me this game, with the Collective Minds feature, which is a totally busted feature, by the way. Collective Minds and the Builder mode, Landraiser, really need to be taken out of the game if they want a balanced gameplay experience. Okay, victory there. Move them down this way, and let's just upgrade all of these. I have a ton of money now. Let's start rolling towards Garama, I suppose. That was an independent people not that long ago, but I guess they got absorbed. There you go. No white piece. I think not. Something the AI will do every once in a while is spam you with white peace proposals, and every time you decline, it decreases your war support and increases theirs. So they have, I have had a couple games where the AI basically drag out wars indefinitely by just continuously sending you peace proposals. Gets kind of old. Okay, so stability is recovering here. And you have one more turn. Okay, we have a few more turns until we unlock aluminum. Let's get the nuclear plant. I'm going to end my turn there, and then it's time for me to check on my lunch again, so I'll be back shortly. Put a little cut here, and I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, I realized in editing I was going to have like another hour and 45-minute long episode on my hands here, so I decided to put in a little cut, and I'd just like to thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time in what will be the very last episode.